Hi dear students, welcome back to the section of Mathematics of class 10. And today we are going to discuss the MCQ sections of chapter The Linear Equations in Two Variables. So students, as I told you that we are going to discuss about linear equations in two variables. What does it mean by linear? Linear means the term itself, the meaning of linear is it's a straight line, right? A straight line. So linear equation in two variables. First of all, let me introduce what the linear equation in two variables is and what is the general form. So as I told you that a linear equation in two variables means it's something which is going to happen into a straight line itself, right? That means if you are plotting a graph by using the given equation, definitely you are going to get a straight line. So if you are getting a straight line, that's what it's called as the linear equation in two variables. So here the variables which are being used is x and y, and the general form of a linear equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. This is one equation. So there is one more equation. So instead of a1 I am writing a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Keep this in your mind. Every time the right hand side should be equal to 0. Okay, the right hand side, the RHS part should be equal to 0, and you can see in the LHS part there will be an x, there will be a y, and there will be a constant number. So as there are two equations, and in these both equations you can see that this is what we call the variables x and y. Here also x and y, and this c1, c2 is what we call the constant numbers. So regarding this thing, we are going to deal with this chapter. Okay, so from this one let me introduce two things. One, if you're taking the ratio, a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, and you found when you are finding the ratio a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, you can understand that both of them are not equal. They are unequal, means they are not equal to each other. So at the time we will say this set of solutions or this system of solutions is going to have a unique solution. Unique solution means it will be only a particular solution. That means something x and something y. Okay, so it will have a unique solution. And case number 2, the second category, if you're finding the ratio a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, and you found that both of them are equal, then again you are going to find c1 by c2 also, and then you found that that's also equal. That means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, and that is also equal to c1 by c2. That means three of the ratios are equal to each other, and in this case we will say that there will be infinity number of solution. Infinite number of means plenty of solutions, not a single solution, plenty of solutions. And third case, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. Okay, same like that, and that's equal to c1 by c2. Now you may think that both of them are same, but here goes the thing, that's not equal to. That means the first two sets, the first two ratios are equal to each other, whereas the third ratio is not equal to that one. In this case we will say that the system of solution, the system of linear equations is having no solutions. Okay, so this much you must keep in your mind. There is some particular case that they are having solution. There are another cases that they are not having solutions. In one case you can see that there is no solution at all. You are not going to get any solution. Why? Because this is the case. What is the case? a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, and that's not equal to c1 by c2. So in this case there is no solution. But in these two cases you can see there is solution. Right? Here you can see there is a single solution, a unique solution, unique one. But here you can see there are plenty, numerous, infinite number of solutions. So in this step we can say that these two equations all together we are calling them as consistent, and this will be inconsistent. Is that clear? That means in simple words we can say, in a group of in a system of linear equations, if there is solution, it may be one or it may be plenty, it doesn't matter. If there is solution, that's what we call consistent. That system is what we call, the system of equations is what we call consistent system. Whereas if there is no solution, definitely we will say inconsistent. You must keep this in your mind. This is the basic thing which you have to know while dealing with the MCQ session. This is the very important thing. So keeping this into your mind, let us get into the MCQ sessions. Here goes the first question before you. The value of k for which the system of equations, here there are two equations given, right? So let us note them, two of them. Let us note this equation here. Here goes the equation. I'm just copying that equation here. Keep this on side. Now here goes the equations. So here are the equations. These two equations are given, and you can read in the question that what is given in the question. You can see that the value of k, from this one you can see here is the k, right? Here goes the k. So you have to find the value of the k, and the condition given in the question is these system of linear equations, they are having infinity solutions. Infinity solution. Here you can see there are four options. Option number 1 is 1 itself. Option number 2 it is 3. Option number 3 it is 6, and option number 4 it is 0. So among these four options, 1 is your answer. So we have to choose the right one. So let us focus on these two equations. These are the two equations given. See, here I told you what is the linear, or what is the general form of a linear equation. The right side should be 0. Tell me, here is the right side 0? No. So first of all, you bring this equation, the general form. So what you have to do, you have to take the number and put it on the LHS part, right? So that the RHS automatically will become 0. Yeah. So let us bring this to the general form. So it will become 2x plus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. Here this will become 4x plus ky minus 10 is equal to 0. Now these two equations, they are in the general form. And what is the condition given here? The clue which is given here is they are having infinity number of solutions. For infinity number of solutions, what is the thing which we have already studied right now? Here it is, right? For infinity number of solutions, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, and that's also equal to c1 by c2. That's the condition. That means the fractions of a1 by a2, b1 by b2, and c1 by c2 should be equal. So let us take the fractions. So here a1 is the coefficient of x in the first equation, b1 is the coefficient of y in the first equation, c1 will be the constant term. So here, see here, you can see that k is on the second term. So let us go for the first term. So as the system of equations are having infinity number of solutions, there is no need of steps, okay? Because we are just doing all this thing in our rough area. So simply 2 by 4 is equal to, here the second one is 3 divided by k. Hold on, that's enough. Because now we got an equation. Now while cross multiplying, you will get a 2k is equal to 4 3s are 12. Therefore k is equal to 12 by 2, and that's equal to 6. And that's your answer. So from this one you can understand that 6 is the answer, right? So we will say 6. So what is the option? Option number 3. Option number 3 is the answer. That is 6. So like this, very fast you will get if you know this one. So this is the condition given. If the condition given was unique solution, we will use this equation. And if the condition was given no solution, we will take this equation. So what is the hint given inside that one? From that one, you have to choose the correct equation and just have to paste it. That's it. Hope you understood, right? Let's carry forward to the next question. Here goes the next question before you. If AM is not equal to BL, see the condition? AM not equal to BL. Oh, that's a condition which we haven't written here, right? Let's go forward. Okay, this is a second question. So AM is not equal to BL. This is the condition given here. Then what else? Then the system of equations, there are two equations given, let us mention them here. So these are the two equations given here, and this is the condition given, this is the condition given, these are the two equations, okay. Anyhow, when you are bringing this into general form, this will be equal to 0. Here also you can wipe this off and you can put this here equal to 0. That means this will become minus. Here also it will become minus. Now it's in the standard form, right? You brought it in the standard form, okay. Now, see, there are four options. What are the four options here? This system of equations, they are going to have unique solutions, or they are going to have infinity number of solutions, or they are not going to have any solutions, or may not be having any solution. These are the four options given. So actually, whatever we have studied about the conditions of giving solution or no solution like this, these are the conditions. But here you can see that it's not a fraction, right? But here you can see that everything which we have studied is regarding fraction. But here it is not a fraction. Let us bring it to a fraction. Actually, see, from this one, if you are considering if you are relating to this equation, actually we have to find A by L and B by M, right? A by L and B by M, then C by N. That was the thing which we have to find. So from this one, is it possible to bring A by L? Yes. Bring this L to this side. So taking this condition here, I am just bringing this condition over here. So bringing this L into this side, already A is there. So by L is not equal to, here already B is there. Taking this M to that side, it will become divided by M. Yeah. Now that is the condition, right? A by L, B by M. And that is not equal to, it's already mentioned. That's not equal to. So which condition is this one? It's the first condition, right? A by L is not equal to B by N. If A by L, that means A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. If this is the condition, then what will be the answer? It will have unique solution, that's it. So we will go for the first choice. It will have unique solution. That's it. So that's why I told how much important that is. Now you understood, right? So that is the important factor which you have to keep in your mind. Keeping that in your mind, very fast you can come to this answer. Hope you understood, right? Okay students, so before going to the next question, let me just introduce one more thing. So here I told you about consistent and inconsistent solutions, right? So there we understood that there are three conditions that the system of equation may have solutions, may not have solutions, like that. So whenever you are trying to plot a graph from this given two equations, there are two linear equations. Using these two linear equations, if you are trying to plot a graph, there are three conditions for that graph. The first condition is that the graph can, I told you it's a straight line, right? It's already a straight line. They can intersect together. That's the first case. Then the second case is that if you're drawing the graph by using the equation, it can be like this also, that the first line will be a straight line. Again, the second line also will be on the top of that one. And that means it's overlapping. It's coincident. Means you can't see the second line because it's exactly on the first line itself. Actually, there are two lines, one above another. That's the second condition. And the third condition is that the lines may be passing parallel to each other. If you're taking this as line L and line M, here line L and line M, here line L is there, M is also there. So in the first condition, you can see that the lines, they are intersecting at a single point. And in this condition, we will say this system of equations, if you found that the lines are intersecting together in a single point, keep this in your mind. Whenever the lines are intersecting, there is a solution. Where will be the solution? Exactly at the point of intersection. Where they are intersecting together, exactly that will be the very correct point which is referred as the solution of that equation. So here exactly it is incident at a single point, right? They are cutting at a single point. So we will say this pair of equations are going to have only a unique solution. So this is the thing, unique solution. Something like this, right? This was another, and here we are coming in the graphical. This is the algebraic representation method, and here this is what we call the graphical representation method. That's the difference. So in algebraic method, you will have to find the ratios, but in graphical method, definitely in the name itself it is there, right? Graphical method means you have to find the graph. So here from the graph, one thing is clear: if they are incident together in a single point, they will be having a unique solution. What about here? You can see that I told you, when a line is incident above another line, when they are intersecting together, that point of intersection is what referred as the solution. So tell me whether this line is incident on another line. Is it intersecting on another line? Yes. Where? Everywhere. Not even on a single point, everywhere. Everywhere they are touching together. So in this case, we can say there are infinite solutions. Infinite solutions means plenty of solutions. We can't count them, right? They are countably infinite, means we can't count and finish them. Plenty of solutions are there. That is the second condition. And in the third condition, I told you that line L and line M, they are parallel. They are parallel. They are parallel means they are not going to incident together. They are not going to coincide together. They are not going to intersect together. If they are not going to intersect together, what does it mean? It may not have any solution, because I told you where they intersect together, that point is what we called the solution. So being parallel lines, they are not going to incident together, they are not going to intersect together, and that's why we will say in this case, what will be the thing? No solutions. You are right. So no solutions. So these are the three conditions regarding graphical representation method. Keeping this into your mind, let us jump into the next question, question number 3. It's a statement and we have to watch the statement very carefully. Here goes the statement before you. If a pair of linear equations in two variables is consistent, listen to the word, if they are consistent, if those two equations are consistent, what should come in your mind when you're hearing the word consistent? Consistent means they are having solution. Consistent means they are having solution. So here the first sentence it's given like this, that the pair of linear solutions, the pair of linear equations are having a solution. They are consistent. They are consistent. Then the lines representing the two equations are. The lines representing the two equations are. Options are there before you. What is the first option? They are intersecting. Second one, they are parallel. Third one, they are always coincident. The fourth one, they are intersecting or coincident. Means they can intersect or they can coincide. Coincide means one lying above another. So tell me, for a condition of consistency, that means it should have a solution. It should have, that's all. It's not referred that it should have a unique solution or it should have plenty of solutions. It's that much mentioned that it must have a solution, that's all. It can be a single solution, mean a unique solution, or it can have plenty of solution. But tell me what will be the condition regarding graphical representation method. Here, is this consistent? Yes. Why? Because there is a unique solution. What about this one? Is it consistent? Yes. Why? Because they are also having solutions, infinite number of solutions. Is this one consistent? No. Why? They are not at all having any solution, as they are not intersecting anywhere. So we can say in these first two conditions, in these two conditions, that means that if a pair of linear equations should be consistent, if they have to become consistent, they can be this one or they can be this one. That means from our options, which one we will choose? They can intersect or they can coincide. So fourth one is our option. They can intersect or they can coincide. Is that clear? So that's it. So here goes the next question before you. For what value of k do the equations 3x minus y plus 8 is equal to 0 and 6x minus ky plus 16 is equal to 0 are coincident? That means if these two equations, they represent coincident line. Coincident line means this one, right? Coincident line. You can see here the coincident line. That's the meaning, this one. So coincident line means one lying over the top. That means they are having infinity number of solutions. So that is the case. So in this case, we have to find the value of this k. So actually, by drawing this graph, even though they mentioned about coincident lines, the thing is we have to do it algebraically, not by graphical method. So whenever they are saying this one, from this one you understood that this is the graph. That means the graph which is having infinity number of solutions. So let us climb to this portion. That means the algebraic method. So tell me, what is the condition for having infinity number of solutions? So here it is clearly mentioned a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 and that should be equal to c1 by c2, and that condition satisfies that those two equations are going to have infinity number of solutions. So in other way we can say that this question is actually they are asking that there are infinity number of solutions for this one, and in that case you have to find the value of k. So keeping that in your mind, this is the condition a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and that's equal to c1 by c2. So here let us bring them together. What is a1 by a2? Tell me. Here it is, a1 is this 3, this one a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, right? So we can say a1 by a2 means 3 by 6 should be equal to b1 by b2 is minus 1 by minus k. Minus and minus, they will get cancelled together, or you can remove them, it will become plus itself. So keeping that in your mind. So what is k? Cross multiplying, you will get now keep this in your mind that this is 1 by k itself. Okay, so keeping this in your mind, the first and the last one, 3 by 6 and 1 by k. Cross multiplying, you will get 3k is equal to 6 into 1 is 6. From this one, k is equal to 6 divided by 3 and that is 2. that is 2. So what is the answer? So here you can see there are 4 options given, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, 2 and minus 2. So this one will be your right answer. So this is the way how to understand a question. Means they are not giving straightforward, right? The question is not that much straight. They are just asking in another way. And that's why I told you initially that you must have this concept. If you got that concept in your mind, keeping those concepts, you can drag the question and you can place there and you can understand that this is the condition. But from that one, nothing to do with that one. So from there, we are jumping to this one, algebraic method, and we are considering that algebraic equation, we are placing it here. So in this method, you can understand that, and hopefully you will get it in. As I told you, you will get this answer within 1 minute if you are understanding the base of this particular theorem. Is that clear? That's the answer. So K is equal to 2 is the right answer. So we have studied about 2 typical methods. One is about the algebraic method to find the solution, and second one was the graphical representation method, and how to understand the graph and how to bring that to the 1 mark portions. And now, so most probably they will be asking these 2 typical types of questions regarding MCQ in this chapter. And there is also one more typical type of question that there is a possibility that that may also be asked in your examinations. So let us do that one question, and here goes the next question before you. The sum of a digits of a 2-digit number is 9. If 27 is added to it, the digits of the numbers get reversed. Find the number. So actually here a number is mentioned, it's a 2-digit number. Right, it's a 2-digit number. If you're adding the digits of that typical 2-digit number, you're going to get the 9 as the sum. Another thing, if you're interchanging the digits, means instead the place of, you are interchanging the digits of that places. If you're interchanging them, the number so obtained will be 27 more than the previous number. Right? Then you have to find the original number. So most probably there is nothing to do with steps and here and there. Let us do in the rough area work itself. You already know that if you are taking a 2-digit number, there is a ones place, that means the units place and tens place is there. Just let us imagine like this. For every number there is a units place and tens place. Let us imagine that the number in the digit in the units place is x and the digits in the tens place is y. So what will be the number? So whenever you are taking a number like this, it will be 10y plus x, right? Because this is in the tens place, this is in the unit place. That means if you are saying 24, what does it mean by 24? 20, 2 into 10 plus 4 into 1. That's what this value is, because 2 is in the place of tens and 4 is in the place of units. So 2 into 10, that is 20. Plus 4 into 1, because 4 is in the place of units. So 4 into 1 is 4. And 20 plus 4, that is the value of 24. So whenever you are seeing a number like this, a 2-digit number, this should come in your mind. The value of the number which is on the tens placement, it's not 2, it is 20. 2 into 10. And this value is just 4, because it's in the place of units place. Is that clear? So like this, I think you have studied this in our 6th and 7th classes about face value, place value and so on, right? We are just recollecting those things, that's all. So anyhow, here I told you that let this be the digits like this. The digit on the units place is x and the digit on the tens place is y. So the original number is 10y plus x. Keep this in your mind. That's the original number. So the number when reversed, that means if you are reversing this one, that means if you are bringing this x here and if you are bringing that y to that position, what will be that number? That number will be 10x plus y, right? The number when reversed. So this is the original number and this is the number when the digits are reversed. Keeping this in your mind. Now let us read the question. What was the question? What is the hint given inside the question? The sum of the digits is 9, right? The sum of the digits of the original number means x plus y, it is 9. That is the first thing. So we will write that one. X plus y, that's equal to 9. That is the first thing given here. That is the first thing. And what is the second thing given? And it is given like this, that if 27 is added to the original number, if 27 is added to it, if 27 is added to the original number, you will get the number in which it is reversed. Means you will get the digits of the number get reversed. If you are adding 27 to the previous number, so this is the old number, right? If you are adding 27 to this one, what you will get? You will get, where is it? This one, right? You are going to get this number. If you are adding 27 to this one, you will get this one. So let me bring it all together here. That means 10y plus x plus 27 is equal to 10x plus y. So from this one, if you are ordering them in the proper order, if you're bringing this 10 to this side and taking all these things, okay, you can rearrange like this. The equation will be like this: 10x, it is there itself. Bringing this x to that side, it will become minus x, plus y is there. Bringing this y to that one, it will become minus 10y is equal to 27, right? What you done? You had taken this 10y to that position and taken this x to that position, kept both of them here itself. So 10x and this much is there. So 10x minus x is 9x. Here minus 9y is equal to 27. If you're cutting them short, x minus y is equal to 3 because all can be divisible by 9, right? So this is your second equation and this is your first equation. You got it. So now from this equation, even if you're adding the equation, even if you're subtracting the equation, you will get it because it's so simple equations. Let us add them together. Adding these two equations, 1 and 2, x plus x, you will get 2x. Then y and y, they will get cancelled because plus y and minus y is equal to 9 plus 3, 12. Therefore, x is equal to 6. You got the x value as 6. Now place this in any one of the equation. Keeping this in this equation, if you're placing this as 6, 6 plus y is equal to 9. Therefore, y is equal to 9 minus 6. What is 9 minus 6? It is 3. So you got the y value is 3. Now what will be the number? What is the number? The original number was, where is it? Yeah, here it is, right? This one was the original thing. That means 10y plus x was the number. So 10y plus x was the number. That means 10y, 10 into y, there is y. So 10 into 3, that is 30, plus x is 6, 30 plus 6, 36 is the original number. So we will choose 36 as the right answer. In the options, you can see option number D, 36 is the right answer. So that's it for today's class. And from this section, I hope that you understood this much. So only these 3 categories are given in this particular chapter. If you know all these things very carefully, you will never miss even a single mark from this question. I really tell you that you are not going to miss any single mark from this chapter. So these are the 3 things, 3 different things which you have to keep in your mind while solving the MCQs of the lesson, linear equations in 2 variables. So that's it. We will meet again in the next video with a new chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye.